Hello everyone, I am Bradley Sward, Associate Professor of Computer and Information Science at the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois. This video today is going to be an introductory video. This is basically a human resource machine game video taken to just a slightly different level than I've done in the past. So please bear with me as I go through this. So the idea here is that we're going to be multiplying a number by 24. And we're not going to explicitly use multiplication, just like in the game, the human resource machine game. You don't have that, and it's easy just to take a number and add it to itself 23 times, or however you want to think about that, and then you'll get 24 times the number, but that seems quite inefficient, so we're going to figure out a way to do things without having to do 23 additions. I forget how many exactly we'll do, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5. But that's much better than the 23 or 24 that we're going to try to get. So let's take a look. I'm going to do this in C++, and you'll see I'll also be doing this in Python, so students of mine, you'll have 2 different ways to look at this if you so choose. So let's take a look. Okay, so as I said here, we're going to be using C++ for this, so I'm just going to real quick here set up some input and some output. And as I see out, enter a number, doesn't matter what, and then I'll be entering an integer. I'll just call it x, and then they'll input the value, and then I'll be calling some function called multiply, which I haven't designed yet. I'll have to spell it right, and I'll say like int result equals multiply, and then with whatever my input value is. So whatever number I want to multiply by 24 goes in, and a number that is the number multiplied by 24 will come out. And then, of course, just on the output side of this, the result is, and then I can print out the result with an end line, and then call it a day. Okay, so that's the idea here. And so there's my input, there's my process, there's my output, there's my input process, my IPO. So now, excuse me, I need a function called multiply. I have to spell it right. I'll use n over here on this one. So now the idea here is to multiply by 24. This function will do so. N comes in, 24, n goes out. So, and then everything else. So right now, let me make sure I have everything else working. So no matter what I enter here, it should print out the result as 4. So, excuse me. Okay, good. No compiler errors. There we go. 11 goes in, 4 comes out. I'm pretty happy with what I have here, and now I just got to fill in the gap here to make things work. So remember, the process basically here is that we're going to be multiplying a number by 2, by 2, by 2. Take a number and and double it and double it and double it until basically I have a power of 2, power of 4, power of 8, power of 16. And so what can 24 be reduced to? I can put it here. 24 can be reduced, because that's not a power of 2. And so the powers of 2 that make this up are 8 and 16. Just like in the human resource machine level, the tetracantmultiplier level, that would be 8 plus 32. So that's, that would get you, that would get you to 40. This will get me to 24. So let's see. I want to keep a total, a running total, and I'm going to return that total. Oops, total. Okay. So then I have my n value, which is, and this is, n is coming in obviously as 1 times n, because n is coming in as n. And so what I can say here is n equals, or n plus equals n. What does that do? It doubles it, right? What 5 goes in, 10 comes out. So this literally doubles it. This makes it this doubles it again, which means now n is 4n, and then this makes it 8n. And then I can just say total. I can't spell total today to save my soul. And so I can add it in here and go, okay, cool. So now my 1n has become 2, 4, 8, 8n. So now total contains 8n. And now all I have to do is repeat this one more time, doubling n one more time to make it 16n. And then I add it to the total and I return it. That should do it. Let me make sure. So let's see. If I put in a nice easy number like 20, I should get 480 out of this. And I do. So that's the whole idea here. If I don't have access to multiplication, and I know it's not 1985 anymore, we're definitely not playing on an original Nintendo. Maybe my child is playing on that, just variations of that through all the different songs and stuff he's been playing non-stop in my house for the last months. But this is exactly how you might do something like this And you're going to be able, or you're going to need to do this in assembly language because you will find out from an efficiency standpoint, it is much easier, maybe not easier, but it's definitely more efficient to do something like this than it even is. It seems complicated because there's a lot of lines of code, but sometimes it's faster to do additions like this than it is to do just one straight up multiplication. All right, so that's how you do things in C++. If you want to see things in a different language, please go on over to see this in my Python video. Thanks for sticking it out as always. Pretty short video for me, 6 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it's been. So thank you, take care, see you guys in future videos. Have a good one.